What's up, guys? The Snowman here. Really fun basketball video planned for today. It's my top 10 NBA teams of all time. Please feel free to leave a comment on what you think about my rankings. I put together a list of the best single-season NBA teams ever. Only teams that won championships are eligible for my list. Otherwise, the criteria is pretty simple. Total wins, margin of victory, and dominance in their era will help me determine which 10 championship teams are the best in NBA history. Let's kick things off at number 10 with the 2014 San Antonio Spurs. This was the franchise's 5th championship season in the Popovich-Tim Duncan regime. What was really special about this team was the bridging of the eras. You had the old guys, Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, but you also had the 2014 Finals MVP Kawhi Leonard, a budding superstar. The Spurs that year had incredible depth, could legitimately go 10 deep, a well-oiled machine as they ran the Miami Heat out of the gym in the finals. Number 9 is the oldest team on my list, the 1971 Milwaukee Bucks. Didn't take them much time after drafting Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 1969 and acquiring Oscar Robertson in 1970 to ride that superstar duo to championship glory. Kareem was unstoppable en route to his first of 6 MVP awards, 66 regular season wins, a 20-game win streak, 12-2 in the playoffs as they swept the Baltimore Bullets to become one of the fastest expansion teams in North American sports to win a title. Speaking of Kareem, he's on my number 8 team as well, the 1987 Los Angeles Lakers, one of 5 championship teams the Lakers had in the 80s, led by point guard Magic Johnson. Magic hit the trifecta in 87, champion, finals MVP, and regular season MVP. The Lakers coached by the legend Pat Riley. No shortage of marquee names with players like James Worthy, Byron Scott, AC Green. This LA team knocked off their heated rival Boston Celtics in the finals, a fierce rivalry that defined the decade. Sticking with the Lakers for number 7, except this time I'm jumping back 15 years for an entirely new nucleus of stars with LA's 1972 squad. 69 wins, third most in the regular season all time. They had a couple records that may never get broken. 33 wins in a row, that's still the best for 52 years and counting. They also had the highest point differential in NBA history at 12.3. The 72 Lakers obliterated opposition like none other thanks to a killer big three of Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, and Gail Goodrich. Number 6 is the 1983 Philadelphia 76ers, one of 3 teams to lose just a single game throughout a postseason run. Center Moses Malone was undoubtedly the best player in the league in 83, picking up MVP and Finals MVP honors. You still had Julius Erving as well, with other great role players like Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Andrew Toney. The Sixers embarrassed everyone that year, including the defending champion LA Lakers, sweeping them in the finals as Dr. J won his first and only NBA title. Top 5 now, staying in the mid-80s with the 1986 Boston Celtics, 67-15 in the regular season, including an unfathomable 40-1 record at home, still the best single season mark by any team ever. This was Larry Bird at the peak of his powers. He, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish formed a daunting big three. You also had the late great Bill Walton as 6th man of the year coming off the bench. The Celtics went 15-3 in the playoffs. Just incredibly balanced scoring and remarkable teamwork in its offensive execution. My 4th best team ever, one of my favorites, the 2013 Miami Heat. Prime LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and a host of grizzled veterans who played their roles perfectly. So much floor spacing offensively, but also perfectly interchangeable defensively. That kind of set the modern blueprint for roster building. The Heat won 27 games in a row at one point, threatened to break the all-time streak. And who could forget Ray Allen's shot in Game 6 of the Finals against San Antonio, arguably the most clutch shot in NBA history. 3rd on my list is the 2001 Los Angeles Lakers. Really, you could pick the 2000 Lakers as well. They were the better overall team, but I favor 2001 because of the 15-1 playoff record. Just one loss in the finals to Allen Iverson and the Sixers, but otherwise it was postseason perfection for Shaq, Kobe, and the rest of the crew. Shaq was essentially unguardable in the early 2000s, averaging 30 and 15 in the playoffs, and with Kobe emerging as a two-way superstar, the Lakers had little trouble en route to lifting 3 Larry O'Brien trophies. Top 2 now, the 1996 Chicago Bulls. Not much to say other than this team being fueled by the unbreakable and bulletproof will to win of Michael Jordan. They had the best player in MJ, the best sidekick in Scottie Pippen, and the best head coach in Phil Jackson. The addition of Dennis Rodman was a massive help on the boards. Really, this team team had 0 flaws. They set a then regular season record of 72 wins, first in offense, first in defense. 96 was one of 6 titles for the Bulls in the 1990s. This was maybe the best of the bunch. Number 1 time, in my opinion, the best NBA team ever assembled was the 2017 Golden State Warriors, a literal cheat code in many different facets. They won 73 games the year before and then added former MVP Kevin Durant in his prime to a ferocious trio of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Unlimited shooting, never-ending floor spacing with their lineup of death. The 2017 Warriors went 16-1 in the playoffs. That's an NBA record. All 3 years with KD, Golden State had minus odds in the preseason to win the title, meaning an over 50% chance compared to the rest of the field. It was basically game over as soon as the Warriors walked onto the court that year. Thanks a lot for watching my top 10 NBA teams of all time video. Please, again, leave a comment. Let me know what you agree with, disagree with about my list. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the Snowman Sports Media for more basketball and other sports weekly content. Cheers!